Was this remake worth nearly the decade-long wait? The Ghost first appeared in 2014 for Star Wars Rebels. It only cost $70 back then and contained 929 pieces and 4 minifigures. These minifigures were Hera Syndulla, Stormtrooper Zeb Orioles and Kanan Jarrus. In those years, that set has grown exponentially in price, looking at almost £500 to £600 to get the set sealed in box, and each minifigure can be worth up to £100. LEGO Rebels fans have long awaited this set, as the other Ghost has been so difficult to get, and finally in 2023 it released for £150, containing 5 minifigures. These are First Officer Hawkins, Lieutenant Beta, General Hera Syndulla, Jason Syndulla and Chopper. Let's build up the set and see how it compares to the 2014 model. Let's start off by building the Phantom. I have just finished building up the set, and here is what it looks like with the minifigures out in front. If you haven't wanted to know how many spare pieces you get all of these spare pieces here. The only minifigures any Star Wars Rebels fans are going to care about are Jason, Chopper and Hera. First, taking a look at the Phantom 2, we have a very small build, but it does work really well with the design, and I've put a full-size minifigure in here for scale. And that clips onto the back of the Ghost here, onto that brown piece there, which is relatively easy to do once you get the hang of it. Moving on to the side of the ship, we have a greebling design which goes along the middle of the ship, making it look very clean. And because of the hinge pieces, all of the gaps are very small. And there's also a ramp here, which does go into the Ghost. Now taking a look at the front of the Ghost, you can see the cockpit here and the gunner's cockpit. And we also see this turret here which swivels with a lever at the back, also firing the flick fire missiles as you move it. There are 2 ways to get a minifigure into the cockpit. First is by lifting this up and sort of squeezing a minifigure in, or you could pull the entire section out, allowing you to put the gunner in and to put the minifigure in the cockpit. To access the interior, you lift off this whole panel here, including the gunner's section. In the interior, I put the old Chopper for scale. A few things to notice in here is there is a sink and a container, and this container actually contains a Melu run, which is from Star Wars Rebels, and is left by Ezra Bridger at the end of Season 4. Some other cool details in the interior: these Aurebesh warning signs which go to the exits, the steps leading up to where the pilot sits, and this control panel here. You may think that's all the interior, but you can lift up these side panels here and then with some force pull them out, and you'll have a bed for a minifigure, and that's the same on each side. The last play feature we have is this bubble turret on top, and you can lift it up, place a minifigure in, it's not connected by any studs, and then close the lid. The one thing about this is that it does not swivel like in the 2014 Ghost model. Now that we've finished looking at the ship, was it worth the almost decade-long wait for Star Wars Rebels fans? So one thing to notice is this set was made for the Ahsoka show and not for Rebels, so some of the features and minifigures are a bit different and not what Rebels fans would have wanted. I have placed in Ezra Bridger and the Sabine Wren from the new T6 Jedi Shuttle, so these things can be done to improve the Ghost. In my opinion, I do think the wait was worth it, because this is a highly detailed model with some great minifigures, despite the ones from the Ahsoka show, and some great play features as well on this set, with a massive interior compared to the 2014 model, which a lot of people complained about at the time. In conclusion, I would give this set a 9.5 out of 10, taking 0.5 points off just because there's no Sabine Wren or Ezra Bridger in this set. Don't forget to like and subscribe.